Hi, and welcome back to Cole's Custom Shop. Today we are having a look at the logging display. It's actually pretty rare to see a logging display in 1/64 scale because most logging equipment is made in either 1/50th or 1/87th with the HO scale. But let's start over here. So right here we have the harvester with the log processing head on it. I made that head from scratch, mounted it with a magnet so it does swivel. The rollers do turn to pull the tree right through, and then there's a little chainsaw on the bottom that comes out, cuts it off from the stump and cuts it to length while the knives cut the limbs off. Over here have a John Deere skidder and a bunch of logs and stumps left over from the harvester. In the back we have a Caterpillar D11. Little big, little bit overkill, but in 1/64 scale, the only modern Caterpillar dozers that you can get is the D11 or the D6. Some friendly little guys in the background coming off the mountain. And right here we have an old Matchbox log truck or pipe truck. It's quite common on old logging roads to find old trucks left in the bush, because back in the day there was no way of getting them off the mountain if they broke down and they weren't fixable. Back there have another log skidder that I made. Their log skidders are all pulling logs over to the loading area. Got a few things back here. Let's start behind. You can see a Steiger four-wheel drive tractor skidding those logs. What a lot of people don't know is that Steiger actually made dedicated log skidders back in the day. Then we've got the log loader. I added the finning cat decal to represent the local dealerships here in Alberta, Canada. Then we have one of my early log trucks. Got a Kenworth W900, straight truck and pup, getting loaded up with logs. Here we have an International pulling this log loader trailer. I built this trailer by taking an old excavator, extending the arm, building and mounting it on this trailer, adding a processor to cut the limbs off the trees, and building this grapple out of two rippers from an old bulldozer. It does swivel and reach out and works pretty good. In the back, there's another log truck. It is actually 1/87 scale. So when I started out, I had a lot of smaller scale trucks, and I plan to keep them on the display, but kind of have them in the background to add some more depth. If the trucks in the back are smaller and the trucks in the front are bigger, it looks even wider of a display than it is. This old Ford is a custom truck that I bought in an auction with mirrors, headache rack, exhaust, and then that whole back rack built out of styrene. This is a pretty sweet set of Super B trailers. Have the old Ford pulling it, and it also came from that auction. Debating on painting them matte black though. I think that would look pretty good. The last truck from that auction is this Peterbilt. It was a spec cast turned into a day cab with a traditional style log setup on the back. It's pretty sweet. It has suspension on those triple axles, so it can haul some pretty big logs. Here we have this excavator with a grapple attachment In the back, got that Kenworth, and then that smaller truck, both pulling log trailers. Then we have another custom log truck that I built, hauling a few nice looking logs. I've got big plans for the logging display, working on a few more trucks and a few more equipment. And I'm going to redo the entire land. I'm gonna carve out the foam to put a road through the back and some contour to the ground, and then I'll cover it in dirt and some better looking trees. Thank you for watching the log display. Please subscribe to see more.